Let's replace the cover on a Featherlyte tent. When you're camping, you can just stop at this last corner right here, but when you want to replace the cover, you need to unzip it all the way across and unhook the end of the zipper. Then lift the corners of the cover, exposing the frame of the tent, and pull the Velcro straps down that secure the end of the cover to the frame. Sometimes weather, moisture, and age can affect the way that the original cover is fitting to the tent itself. So if it feels too tight and you're planning to throw away the original cover, you can go ahead and cut that strip off. That will make it a lot easier to remove the cover if it feels stuck. Now you can slide the cover off. This is a lot easier with two people, but manageable with one. Just be sure to pull each side of the cover an equal amount, otherwise it'll get wedged and too tight and feel like it's stuck. Also, be sure to check the plastic corners on the frame to make sure that the cover is not getting stuck on it. As soon as I got my corner unstuck, the cover slid right off, nice and easy. After you slide the long edges of the cover off, you can roll it up to make it a little more manageable and then slide it to the left or to the right to remove the cover completely. To remove the bottom half of the cover, remove the Velcro and pull this short piece off at the corner. Then work your way around all the sides, pulling that bottom half out of the channel. If you're doing this replacement in order to upgrade from the Gen 1 to the Gen 2 cover, replacing the bottom half of the cover is necessary due to differences in zipper design and Velcro placement. With the old cover fully removed, open up the new one and unfold it. You'll need to unzip that bottom half of it from the new cover to be able to install the bottom half before the top. To separate the bottom half of the cover from the top, you'll have to undo each Velcro strip that holds it together as you zip. Start by finding the end of the zipper on the bottom half of the cover by finding the hard piece where the zipper slides on. If you're looking at the hinges, slide it in to the bottom channel starting on the left and sliding it over to the right, and have it end up somewhere around the right side hinge. Now follow along the entire strip of this bottom half of the cover to make sure that it is not twisted so that it will go on straight as you slide the rest of it into each side channel. It's important to note that you will want to leave at least 6 to 8 inches of slack at each corner to allow for adjustment for proper placement on the zipper after the top cover goes on. Continue to work your way around each edge, sliding this bottom half of the cover in, ensuring that it's not twisted, making sure to leave the extra slack in the corners, and also making sure that you are sliding it in to the bottom channel. Now find the zipper on the main top cover and flip that cover over so the zipper is directly above the end of the bottom piece. Now start by sliding the cover strip that is opposite the side of the hinges into the bottom channel of the frame. Now you can bunch it up or roll it up and slide the sides of the cover into the bottom channels on the left and right side of the tent. Again, this is easier with two people, but manageable with one. Just be sure to slide both sides on equally to prevent it from becoming too tight as you push. Once it's about halfway on, it should be a lot easier to go to the hinged side of the tent and simply pull it the rest of the way. Sometimes the corners need a little extra help to be pulled down into the correct position. The stitching should be just below the corner of the edge. The Gen 2 cover has a single long Velcro strip that you press back on to the frame of the tent. Now you can find the final resting position of the bottom half of the cover by placing it into the zipper and beginning the zip. What you want to make sure of is that the zipper is sliding freely without bunching up any of the fabric. If any of the fabric starts to bunch, you want to readjust the position of that bottom strip. As you approach each corner, you can pull the rest of the slack through since you know that everything behind it is in the correct position, which is determined by that top half of the cover. It is best to use two hands to work out the slack at each corner to push the loop in as you pull with the other hand. If you don't, sometimes the strip will come out of the channel and not be seated correctly. If that happens, you'll want to back it back out a little bit and work it back in through the channel, again, while pushing with one hand and pulling with the other. Now zip it closed around that corner and down the side of the tent and go adjust the next corner. After you attach the last corner, go ahead and zip different from the Gen 1 cover. Shut. The Gen 2 cover has a Velcro strip that has adhesive backing to put on the frame of the tent and help keep the cover closed where the beginning of the zipper is. So peel the backing off of that adhesive Velcro and stick it onto the frame. Connect the last piece of Velcro to keep the protective flap shut, and you have completed replacing the cover on your Featherlyte rooftop tent. Thank you for being part of the Featherlyte family. Please reach out if you've got any questions.